Hey everyone, we're back for a cube draft, and I'm going to join an 8-4, so this could be a really quick draft. Well, not quick draft, but quick gameplay. Three of the last four drafts I've done, I've ended up in just green good stuff decks with mana ramp like Arbor Elf. They're not the most fun of decks, but they seem pretty good. Mostly because you just can play so many more cards in the cube, I guess. Anyway, so I've got some decisions here. I think that I'm looking at Riftbolt or the Arbor Elf. Maybe the Chalice. Like the Chalice is okay, mana ramp if I don't want to play green. Arbor Elf holds equipment and is a turn faster. Riftbolt is mono red goodness. So I actually haven't drafted mono red yet, or any of the reddish decks. I think I'm just going to go with the Riftbolt. It's kind of interesting also to see if the mana elves that don't create other callers lap. So we'll take the Riftbolt. Okay, what do we have here? We have an Ajani, Tree Speaker, and a Lightning Bolt, of course. I think that Tree Speaker is the pick. It's basically Soul Ring, so can't go wrong with that. And then we've got a Beacon of Destruction and a Lightning Bolt in red. I don't think Natural Order will lap. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, maybe Capsize doesn't come back. I might get something back from this pack. Okay. We have a Banefire, which, a Skull Clamp. So I think that Skull Clamp is probably a little bit better if I'm going the Mana Elves route. I like Banefire. Got some mana fix. And a Werebear. But I like Skull Clamp more than Werebear. I actually haven't been able to play with a Clamp in Cube yet. So that'll be exciting. Okay, so we still have a Kargan Dragonlord. A Flooded Strand. Or I could take something to splash like the Treywind Rider. I think that the pick is one of these three cards. I don't really feel that comfortable going into mono red, even though I really like Dragonlord as a creature, because I passed that Lightning Bolt. So I think I'm going to go with the Masticore. I've had pretty good success with it recently. Since it doesn't take any mana to use the Masticore effect, it seems to be pretty strong. All these beautiful mono red cards. Not too keen on Wasteland. Okay, a big dumb guy that is hate against blue. Better to have hate against red, I think. Okay, I'm losing my focus here. Like, I kind of want to take the Countryside Crusher, but I just passed the Dragonlord. I'm going to take just a random utility guy. I'll need at least a disenchant effect in this deck. The fact that we haven't seen any green makes me think that it's getting cut. Okay, what do we have here? A Pyrokinesis. Rude Awakening. Wildfire. I haven't tried to draft the Wildfire deck. It looks pretty fun though. This deck just looks to be a boring, mid-rangey deck. We got a Cold Steel Heart for bad mana fix. Ancient Tomb for a bit of a boost. I think I'm going to go with the Ancient Tomb. Cold Steel Heart. Ancient Tomb. Cold Steel Heart, Ancient Tomb. No, we'll go with the Cold Steel Heart. Mana fix and ramp. Okay, finally a good green card. There's also Journey to Nowhere. So as far, like, I'm just trying to pull back for a second and thinking about what the deck I'm drafting actually does. Okay, the Arbor Elf didn't come back. The Chalice, however, did. Not super excited about Genesis or Apocryphite. Okay, Raging Ravine, ooh, and Beacon of Destruction came back. Do I want the mana fix? I think I'd actually rather have the Beacon. Oh, Rootbound Crag and a Banefire, huh? Do I want to make my mana better? No, let's go with the X-Spell. Okay, so we're pretty much set on... Wow. Maybe it's better to have the Refugee than the Crusher? Nah. Wildfire. Ruhan. We'll hide Ruhan. Okay, so I guess I'm not really tied to green at this point. We'll see how this next pack plays out before I make any hasty decisions. But this looks... I mean, I've got the makings of a mid-range deck here. There's actually 11 cards that I would play in a play for sure in a green-red or green-red something's mid-range deck. Okay, what do we have here? Batterskull and a Flame Tongue. I think I'd actually rather have the Flame Tongue, but that sucks. Hopefully we can wheel one of the mana guys. I mean, I love Lifelink, but I think I'd rather just be able to kill anything. Wow, there are a lot of black cards in this pack. And a lovely Ravages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish cards that I would be interested in playing. Okay, so Wall of Roots or Master. I think I'd rather have a Master than a Wall. I already have Everflowing Chalice and a Cold Steel Heart in my 2 ramp, and Wall's not super clampable. So this deck looks to be pretty low thrills. We got Red Chandra, Wall of Blossoms, Stagger Shock. Just take more burn. Ooh, there's also a Daybreak Ranger. It's kind of exciting. Okay, volcanic hammer and a sacred foundry. Just, ooh, and a rolling earthquake. Hmm. I think I'd rather actually have the hammer than the earthquake. I mean, this is a pretty strong sweeper. But I think I'd rather hate a card from the mono red player and get a cheap piece of targeted removal. Okay, so here's some interesting cards. Worn Power Stone jumps us up to the 5/6s. I'd probably go with Baloth instead of the Gargadon or the Blasted Derm or the City of Traders. Okay, Profane Command, Moment's Peace. I could take a sideboard Moment's Peace. I might just hate Profane Command though, because this is the sort of 2-for-1 that I don't want to have to play against. Elsa Deep Shadow. Ooh, a Bit Blast. And I guess we're going to go with Lava Claw Reaches or Terminate here. Lava Claw. Let's think. Can't be countered. Pro white, pro blue. Do I want just like a really big, dumb creature? No, I'll just take some mana fix that we might not play. Okay, so this is 19 cards. Enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact. So this, maybe I only have 18 cards that I want to play. I'm not sure if the Ingot Chewer actually makes it in, or this, so maybe only 17. Okay, Devoted Druid came back. Okay, so we're at 18. And we have 5 ramp. This deck is pretty low. Yeah, low thrill. Ooh, the Wall of Roots came back. Exciting. I think that is better than Fertile Ground. Okay, so what is our deck missing? Maybe like some creatures, maybe some high end. Take the call. Maybe I just want to make 5/5 blue red elemental tokens. Pewter Leech. Huh? Well, no one's drafting black aggro. Or that pack was loaded. I guess that someone picked up all the red-green duels. Which kind of makes sense. So I've got an Aftershock. We're kind of heavy on 4s and a Fire Ice. or something silly like Chandra's Phoenix, which I don't really like. What's this? Destroy artifact creature or land? I think I want the utility from Aftershock over Fire Ice. We already have Pyrokinesis, Bane Fire, and Volcanic Hammer to kill early mana guys. And I don't really think that the mana fix is something I'm after. Okay, so Fauna Shaman. I actually might just go with the Olivia here. I have that Lava Claw Reaches and Elves of Deep Shadow. Or should I go with the Fauna Shaman? What does Fauna Shaman actually get us? We only have 10 guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go with another fat guy. Maybe I should even be getting the Rune Blaster. Nah. We'll go with Olivia. Maybe splash it. Inferno Titan. Ooh, and a Birds. And a Metamorph. This one's hard. Do I want a top end? I actually can't deal with Inferno Titan. Cold Steel Heart also can fix for the Olivia. Don't even know how important that is. We're just going to go with the Titan instead of the ramp. Okay, so probably my last card should be a 1-2 or a 3. So of course this pack has Gideon that we can't play in it. We got a 10 Street and a Welder. Not very excited. Also not very excited about Stark and the Mad. I think I'm just going to take the Gideon, so I don't have to deal with it. I think that Finks is the card here. I kind of like the Stomp Howler, but something a little bit lower on the curve seems smarter. I could also take the Prismatic Lens. I actually don't know if I'm going to end up playing Clamp. Let's go with the Kitchen Finks. And Ram Gang versus War Marshal. I guess that I probably would rather have a Ram Gang. Yeah, this is just an anti-aggro card. This is fine against aggro and can put on some pressure. And take some Pyroclasm effects. We don't really have any shuffle effects, so the scroll rack isn't something that I want to be in. Ooh, a Broodmate Dragon. That makes splashing a little more exciting. And now I guess it's just cards I don't particularly want to play against. We can play that in the sideboard. Okay, so black is an option, but I still am not sold on it. I might end up cutting the Razormane. Okay, this is what gets back sorceries. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that guy's more annoying. Okay, so there's some semblance of a deck here. Not quite sure if the black gets in though. Sweet food for a skull clamp. Okay, so I go hide white, hide blue. Well, I have a decent amount of options. Actually, let's functionally sort this out a little bit. We got mana. We have medium-sized guys that are decent threats and decent against aggro. Burn. Cards to bleed. Control creatures. Utility. 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 Burn. Aftershock isn't burn. I guess I'll put it over here in the utility pile. So I actually have a lot of burn. We'll put Fallout in the sideboard for now. So this is like my super high end. I guess these are removal creatures. I'm not really interested in Countryside Crusher. Probably not interested in 10 Street or Chewer or Rune Blaster in the main. Probably not interested in a main deck call. This is 7, so this is like 6 mana for hopefully one of these guys. Not that interested in that. Okay, I'll start crafting the deck from this. I actually am not sold on playing Pyrokinesis in the main. Okay. So I should think this through. What can I actually clamp? Like 2 targets. This is probably not the deck for skull clamping. I mean, my best skull clamp targets are in the board. So I guess the question is, should I be playing black? One, two, three, four. Probably want another source. I don't think that I really want to be on only 7 forests. The City of Traders doesn't interest me too much. I mean, I probably really gain the value from Broodmate Dragon and Inferno Titan. Okay, 8, 7. Five sources for 2 cards. One of the sources is easy to blow up. One of the sources I take damage to use. Maybe it should be something more like this. Okay, so the swamps mess with the Ram Gang. If I ever draw a double swamp, I'll be really sad, is what it comes down to. I've got lots of... Not getting any of that red-green mana fix was probably bad. I might actually just not play the black. Get in the call. And play the pyrokinesis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's either the pyrokinesis or a creature to kill artifacts. We already have 2 ways to kill artifacts. I guess I could also play the Rune Blaster. And I still have Clamp. Gonna have to make a decision. I think I'm gonna go with this. Not playing Clamp feels so weird. Well, I guess I'll see you guys in round one.